Okay. Oh no. What's going on, chat? I don't know why. Hold on. I don't know why my visual had disappeared for this episode. Put them on there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Respect the Hustle podcast. I will be going right now to different channels now, just making sure different scenes now, just making sure I'm live and I'm ready to go. Okay. Testing, testing. Got the studio mic hooked up. I tried to plug up another microphone and man, just did not work out for me. What's going on, chat? We in the building. We are in the building. Okay, let me get off of Facebook Live so I can just test the stream, see what's going on. All right, let's see. Because of course, I this is a special episode today, chat. All right, we good to go. Because of course, we good to go. But what's going on? What's happening out there in the land of what y'all got going on? We here. It's a wonderful Thursday. Make sure you contact your peoples. Tell your peoples to tune in. Tell your peoples to tune in. Just a matter of right now, just posting a link on Facebook. Coming at you live through Facebook Live. Getting my notifications together and whatnot. But what's going on, chat? Now I was going to come at y'all. This is gonna be a full episode about some different stuff, right? A full episode about some different stuff. But I wanted to make sure that oh no. That I was still able to come at you with yeah, I like how I did that, huh? I was still able to come at you with giving the respect that is needed to everything that's going on today with what I'm doing, with what's going on. Man, hold on, I'm gonna drop this. Okay, so check this out. So tomorrow, I'm coming at you live again at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Watch party. Watch party. Okay? Mike Tyson. We got Jake Paul. Now, I could go ahead and give my prediction and everything like that, but honestly, we're gonna have a long fight night tomorrow because yes, the event started at 7 o'clock. But you know they ain't coming out till about 10. So I'm gonna have a long stream tomorrow, a long live. But nonetheless, it's gonna be pretty cool. It's going to be exciting. But I was trying to do something. I was thinking about the whole time. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to do something for fight night. You know, I'm a Iron Mike. Like that's the best boxer out there to me ever. But um, like that's the best fighter ever to me. And so I wanted to do something, but I just decided I'm gonna have a little something at the house and do fight night at the house and do come at y'all live. Y'all come and visit me every chance I come on. So I want to be able to give back. And we're gonna have a fight night watch party tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, right here at Respect the Hustle. So nonetheless, subscribe. But let's get started. So today I was gonna come at y'all with some different things, right? I was gonna go all over the place and talk about some reciprocation and talk about just some different things. But we can say that for tomorrow. Because once again, tomorrow we got a long fight night ahead of us. If you're tuning in from Facebook, make sure y'all get on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share some videos. It's crazy, y'all, that I've heard before I get started with what I got to talk about today. That in doing my research for podcasts and stuff like that, that I forgot the exact number, but it's only so many, over 400,000 podcasts out there. Okay, we one of 400,000, and they're growing daily. But once we make it to the 10th episode, we're gonna be in the 10%, the top 10%. Okay, the top 10%. Excuse me, of podcasts. And we're gonna have a big shindig. We're gonna have balloons. I'm gonna have a little birthday hat on the 10th episode. It's coming soon. So I hope y'all, can join in, get some of your friends to come join us and celebrate, and we all gonna respect the hustle together. No matter what the hustle is, we're gonna respect it together. But thank y'all for tuning in. Today's episode, very important one that I've been wanting to get to. I've kind of touched on it a little bit. If you watching, you know who I am. And I know why you're watching and whatnot. So, kind of, sort of. So, nonetheless, though, we've talked about music. When I did the Forrest Gump episode, the excitement behind the Forrest Gump episode is the fact that I've did so much and I do so much that I'm able to just kind of like Forrest Gump, how I explained, like Forrest Gump did, so he did everything. So for me, just being able to have that ability and stuff like that, that's why I was so excited to talk about Forrest Gump. But I like introduce different elements of my life. We know a big element of that was music, Brook Gang. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar to who we are, the members, because when you see us, we rolling, okay? But we family. But I'm a small town in Brookshire. Okay, small town, and though we dispersed and went several places, we wanted to do music. So nonetheless, so to backtrack once again, I got evidence. I got some people that's watching. That's thinking that's ready. I got video and photographic evidence of some things. Video and photographic episodes. Of some things, and We're going to discuss everything, all of that from 2008 till about 2014 and beyond. And it's crazy because this summer, right? Like 15 years ago, y'all. 15 years ago, when I'm getting off Facebook Live. 15 years ago, when I'm coming on and I'm doing a regular record or whatever, like I'm not thinking that, or I'm promoting a party, or I'm doing something. I'm not thinking that in 2024 I'm gonna be doing, Lord knows what, and somebody gonna approach me and run up on me really and be like, "Hey, like, didn't you do music and promote parties and so on and so forth?" And they start bringing up just random stuff, and I'm talking about this is all in one, two sentences before I can even say a word. And just being aware of my surroundings and just everything. Um, that's just pretty cool because once again, 15 years ago, when I can randomly pull this, when this record was made, this is You Gonna F With It Volume 4. Where's my OP? Where's my overpayment? Okay, if you're in college, you've been to college before, you know what an overpayment check is. You know, we all looking in that mailbox, and nowadays we all checking that direct deposit for that OP. Okay, and when whatever record's on there, when we're doing whatever of this and pressing this and passing these out, you're not thinking that in 15 years, somebody's gonna come at you and approach you with that. So that's why it's like whatever you're doing out there, you gotta respect the hustle. Like everybody's doing hustling, everybody's hustling, no matter what it is. It can be in anything, but we all aiming to leave a mark or whatnot. So y'all know for me, like my favorite rapper growing up, Silk the Shocker. Okay, everybody was No Limit soldiers back in the day. Everybody, even you, was a No Limit soldier. But while everybody was trying to be Master P, some of the people that used to rap fast trying to be mystical, Silk the Shocker was my favorite rapper. And so obviously my music went some places and whatnot, like just my like of music, my taste of music went other places and whatnot. But just to come back to rap, in 2008, I had just burnt a CD of beats, burnt a CD of instruments, of beats, instruments. So I had originally, I made I made two mixtapes myself rapping, two mixtapes myself rapping, and I can't remember the second mixtape. Can't remember the second mixtape, but the first mixtape was It Ain't Over 21 because that represented like how many buildings there was where I was living. It Ain't Over 21 because obviously like growing up, like we all wanted to be a rapper, and so not being a rapper no more and then being a rapper again, I was like, okay, like yeah, like it ain't over. Mixtape 21. The 21, the mixtape. 11 songs. 11 songs. All freestyle, right? Mind you, this episode is called Freestyle King. Something I do not do. We're going to talk about in a minute, about the only record that I have ever freestyled. The only verse that I have ever freestyled. I don't even know if it's here. But we'll talk about that shortly. Because once again, I got a catalog right here. So, man, when I say that album was trash, y'all, trash. Now, once again, I'm a realist, y'all. I'm a realist. Like, I honestly wish I could find that mixtape just to hear the nonsense, because once again, it's just me turning on the instrumental. I downloaded some recording program and I literally rapped true freestyle from track 1 to track 11. And it's crazy, I went back and, like, for instance, like when you cuss, You cuss on the record, it's really like looking back. I would say like I'm just really trying to fill in words, and it's crazy. I went back and I counted how many times I just cursed on that album, and I think it was with 11 songs, and granted they're not even songs, but 11 times 11 records. Um, Cause it ain't no hooks, it ain't no choruses. It's just me rapping or rhyming, putting words together. But I think I cursed like 163 times, somewhere along those lines. Trash, trash. When I say trash, I mean trash. All right. Um, and so I made another one. That one was a little bit better. The song I remember from there, like, is a song. It's a song that I titled. It was called Love Letter, and I wanted to pretty much format it in a way, kind of like an actual letter when people write letters. This was before the text messages, before the phones, like when people actually wrote letters back in them days. And so I had the dear part or whatever. Uh, and the last part was like, and that was freestyle as well, but that last part was like sincerely, something like, so I'm ending it like an actual letter. And it's crazy because um so the guy I had somebody singing on there. He was a DVD man in Brooks. He was a DVD man, and he blessed me with a song. And it's crazy. Like it was my record, so I don't believe I'm gonna get no copyright strikes. But it was like, this is a love letter, and it's getting me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not playing with YouTube and these copyright strikes and everything they got going on. So that's all the singing that I'm gonna give you. But just know that that was the record. So that was like the single from the mixtape. Y'all, you gotta understand. Lil Wayne was prevalent. This was mixtape Wayne days. So for me, I'm just crazy, man, man. So fast forward some months. I think a month or two later, um, I burnt a CD of beats, and wasn't original. I don't believe. I don't believe that was like radio records, but I don't even know where I found these. Where I found them at, I can't even tell you. But burnt them, gave them to Chose. Just seen them, gave them to him. Just before music, just before anything. So he's doing his thing and doing music, and the next time I seen him, he was like, "Did you make any of those records?" I'm like, nah, but they go hard though, right? Oh man, and so chose through some slugs like only he could, and was like, "Hey man, you wanna what they say, how far can you wanna know how far you can go?" And somebody say, "Huh?" And then you be like, "How far?" Like and like throw the word, because that's basically what he did to my CD, y'all. Like and I've invited the family. I've invited the family not only to this episode, but um to be guests on the pod. And really, y'all, this is my experience. This is what my recollections of things. Uh, but yeah, man, he said that beat album was trash. I don't know what I can't. Sorry, producers, I can't tell you what beats was on there, but in his mind it was trash, and more than likely it probably was, depending on some of the beats. But them drums, y'all know I love me some drums. So nonetheless, y'all know. So at that time, he was going to Houston to DJ some clubs. So I think he asked me that I want to go, and it was a Thursday. It was a Thursday night. Um, so I'm like, okay, cool. Like I ain't got nothing planned. Like I step out. So uh, it was a Thursday night. It was I forgot what event it was, but it was like we were also gonna stop by Metropolis. Now I've never heard of Metropolis. No, I've heard of it, but I never went. And so I think we ended up not going to Metropolis, but just went to the spot we was gonna DJ. Like he had to DJ it, boom, out of there. Next week, uh, Roxy on a Wednesday. Roxy on a Wednesday, where Hasi was DJing. Like cool, like let's go, let's do it. Boom, went. After that, it was somewhere along the lines of fast forward some of the events blending in. Fast forward, it came up. It was like, hey, okay, we gotta do a record, y'all. We gotta do a record. So it's Q, um, Q, uh, Easy, um, a lot of a lot of us at this time and whatnot. And what's crazy is at the time there was a couple songs out. There was a couple songs out at the time that chose Q, AD had "Do It by My Damn Self," right? And she bounced. Now this was the promotion flyers that Chose had out at the time, and at the time he also DJing on the southwest side in a club called Club Sahel. And so boom, some merchandise. We doing some merch, getting some merch ready, y'all, and y'all know I'm all over the place. We getting some merch ready. So I'm finna talk about merch. I'm talking about events. I'm talking about music. But I believe this. We did a record called "Dropped It to Her Knees." So for me, at this point, I'm writing. Uh, Y'all watch this one podcast. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. I watched this one podcast, and when they say something crazy, they they drop a sound effect of one of when they say trash. And so when I say trash, that's what I'm thinking of. But I write to it. So for me, I'm like trying to get like kudos to my the people I like in music. So Blink 182, and throw in some elements of stuff that I've heard just in recently. But it's like the verse. So my verse comes right, boom, and y'all. But not to get off track. Do It by My Damn Self was low key. If you remember it, you remember it. But let's see, because I know I'm not gonna play with YouTube um, and get any copyright. My goal is to stay copyright free, but I know with the family growing, with us growing, with all the hustlers online growing, we're um we're gonna catch some strays one day, but that's not the goal today. So let's see. I'm just trying to see if you remember the quick beat of it, if it's even on here. Mm, mm, it ain't gonna be on there. But that record, I really think that record into was a segue into Hard Body Tough, and you know what I'm talking about with that. All right. So, um, so for me, it's like, man, I like the way she dropping it. Some can tell me be popping it. Body banging hard like a beat from Travis Barker. Like like my whole thing when I write, y'all, like I'm trying to get, like, mind you, y'all know I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to do headshots. Um I'm trying to get punchlines. And so when the punchline's not punching, that's when you can say my verse is not versing. Oh man. So boom, that was the thing that made us a unit. I would say that record, and it opened up the leadway for other records. Now with the amount of us now, every record wasn't our record. Like at the time, I'm still a passive person, so I'm not just going and getting on just any record. Like I don't think I'm asking for permission for anything, but it's kind of like I'm just getting the crumbs. Um, and I'm kind of giving some records, specifically. And so what like one of the ones that I'm giving is it's one called Like a Sticker. And Drop It to the Knees is on this one. Boom. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But like a sticker. So once again, it's all months apart and coming this way. And so I forgot how Like a Sticker went. Yeah, like a sticker, and I put it on a letter, then I send it overseas. Um, so I forgot it. Looking at the back of this track list, y'all, the Hard Body Tough at the time, our hardest record was spelled wrong on the back. If y'all can see that, it says, Jesus Christ, Hardy Boy Tough. What in the world? Man, that's crazy. I think I noticed it back in the day. That's crazy. But this one is still like in the plastic. Like I kept a record, and I had hair, y'all. Like, ain't that crazy? Your boy had hair. Your boy had hair. But that merch, that's sky's the limit. But let's fast forward. Let's keep going. So knocking out records, y'all. Knocking out records from the Pass Me Some Water featuring Superstar to one of the records that was underrated, Swag Like Mine. and that was one once again that is building that backbone, that foundation for Hard Body Tough to to come into play. Because at this time, if you see some of these records, like I think Hard Body, but it wasn't when we did this album. It wasn't what it would become, or we didn't take it for what it would become. Now I know when that beat come on, I think from the first time it played, like I know this footage is out there. Like it's a full, like you gotta understand, it's a movement behind this. Like we're forever, like with a certain graduating class, when you like them shirts that say "We stay hard body tough" is in their line dance at Prairie View A&M University. It's in the PV Shuffle forever. I think it's the graduating class of 2011 or 2012. Y'all fact check me, but the graduating class from Prairie View of 2012 2011, y'all PV Shuffle got the hard body in there forever. So in 50 years, that class of is gonna throw their arms up at one point when they do that shuffle in the homecoming week, right? But hold on, let me. You might have forgot what I'm talking about, so let's pull it up. Okay, let's you know, no copyright, no copyright infringement shall come upon us. All right, let's see. Let's just hope, y'all. So you gotta understand that when that used to come on, like, and you gotta understand, like, it was so many versions of this. I wonder if Chose was like to pull up his hard drive and type it in. Like you had the this version that when that came on, it was such a build to it. That's that's honestly what created me going crazy on the dance floor. Like I'm not even thinking about breaking a record. I'm thinking about, man, I like this record. This record takes such a large jump at the drop of the hook that like I wanna shimmy before shimmy even existed. Like so at that point you know, man, I really hope I don't get on copyright strike. And so you gotta understand, y'all, when like there was one version that used to all doing the build up, and then it would drop, and I'm thinking that's why my knees are the way. Man, y'all remember, and it just led to a eventual go CT, go CT, go. The record still come on, it's still gonna get killed. What do y'all think this is? And this is the album came out 2009. The record popped in 2010. 15 years later, the record come on. Y'all just see what it just did to me. And that's the oh, I know that's the old unmixed trash version. So just imagine the version that I'm telling y'all about. Follow me now. Follow me. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. At this point, want to make sure I give a shout out to our sponsors, Mixed Up Mobile Bar. Let them call the shots. Delivery available. Book now. They not only serve weddings, private parties, corporate events, and birthday parties, but they serve much, much, much more. They got mocktails available so they can take care of the littles, but they also have cocktails available, and they are TABC certified and fully insured. So, dropping the records. It became this. Okay. Um, Candy Red feature. Uh, Boom, and that just became that. The photo shoots was done. Um, I think I was made fun of because of my selection of color of shorts. I think I remember a text message that said black jeans, but I don't think I had black jeans at the time, so I'm gonna just wear what I got. Blue jean shorts. But if I'm not mistaken, Chubb was never made fun of. And hey man, looking at this picture, like y'all gotta understand, I went through I think 2 years of getting made fun of for wearing. I'm just realizing this, y'all. For wearing blue jean shorts, and granted, it pops out. I understand, but chose those are blue jeans, my man. And Chubb, is that faded glory? Hey man, I'm gonna call y'all. And actually, y'all can get this picture in the group chat because yeah, man. Now, granted, I shouldn't have was that light of color of shorts, but come on, man. Y'all ain't had to do me like that for all them years, and y'all wasn't even true to the game. Fast forward. Fast forward. So, events being done at the time too, y'all. Events being done at the time too. Hard body growing. All right. Hard body growing. I'm doing several things. All right. I'm taking pictures. I'm rapping. I think that's the main thing. I'm doing a couple things. Taking pictures and rapping. Still writing everything. Everything that I've named on this album, I was on Drop It to a Knee, Swag Like Mine, Like a Sticker. I think those three, and maybe it's another record. It's 17 songs on here, and I think I was on another one. But once again, I'm just getting my feet wet, But that swag like mine, my man, a swag like my. So you get what I'm saying? Um, One day I might crank this. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I might. This is a classic, but I think I'm gonna crank this over. I don't know where to find a CD player at. I don't even know if the one in my car works, cause I don't think I ever use a CD in my car. Um, Definitely not recently. And I just want to like listen to some of these records. Why is everybody throwing a West Side in these pictures? I'm sorry, I got distracted. All right, so events is being done, right? We're killing the event game, killing it. From doing hostings to DJing to parties to Hell to Club Hush to Highway 6, like things are being done. And so our fan base is growing. And it's growing, okay, boom, we got a party. We also got this music. Oh, we also shooting videos. I'm also taking pictures. Not knowing at this time, y'all, relationships is being built. with people we still got relationships with today. So never burn your bridges. This is something from almost 20 years ago, 16 years ago plus, 16 plus. And this is knocking down doors and getting us indoors of relationships. Y'all went somewhere a couple months ago. Mind you, I already told you about the dude ran up on me. I'll go somewhere a couple months ago, and dude told me, man, I said something like, babe, like, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I was like, man, like, good to see you. Like, you a legend. You a legend. Huh? Like, what you talking about? You talking about? Come on, man, stop playing. Man, what y'all did, y'all got me started in what I'm doing now. And that took me back to like actually think about this stuff I was doing like back. Like y'all know I go to sleep early. Y'all be seeing me on this podcast at 11 o'clock at night. When I get on at 11 o'clock at night, yawning and doing all this stuff, and I'm like, it's crazy because we were being at the time unknowingly showing up, walking past everybody, getting to these spots, going on stage, hard body plays, throw my arms up, and people are looking up to us at the time. And so nowadays, I like honestly everything I do, everything like I honestly carry myself in a way for where I don't know who's watching me, but at the same time, like, I know my child watch me. Like that's every day. I gotta make sure I'm representing, but you don't know who watching you for where it's like, man, I saw you do X, Y, Z, and in 30 years they're gonna bring this up to you. They didn't bring it up to me at the time, but bringing it up to you 30 years from now, it's gonna be like, man, like me running across the street, giving you this flyer, give. Let's go back to this, giving you this. Hey, come to uh Red Zone on Thursday night, career night. It's gonna make you remember that in 30 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. So that's how I always gotta carry myself nowadays because of just that little stuff right there. Just those constant reminders that at least one or twice a year that being part of what I was a part of all them years ago wasn't in vain. Not only did I have fun, not only was I able to do it with brothers and people that I idolized and looked up to at certain points in my life, but just that element that it was more than just music. I'm sitting here once again. It's called the Freestyle King thing. We still gonna get to that in a second, but I'm thinking of okay, what can I got 8 bars. Most of my verses was 8 bars. What can I say that's gonna make people think like I'm some kind of lyricist, but at the same time be memorable? And I can't even remember some of my verses, but to be able to just like I've heard one song recently and that I forgot all about. Somebody played it actually, and I was like, "What song is that?" And they were just jamming it out, and I'm like, no. Like I hear my voice, but man, I don't remember that verse at all. And I think I remember end up like by the end they played it again. By the end of the verse, like I got it. I got like I think a couple lines I remember down, but yeah, it's just crazy. So fast forward. Um, this record, perfect accident, right? And so you gotta understand, at the time we're dropping Brook Gang records, Chose dropping Chose records. So it's double promotion. We the features on on his albums, he's the features on our albums. We're helping each other out, and at the same time he's in the group, and it's a big like we cross promoting before that's cross promoting, y'all. You gotta understand it. All the while he's DJing, we promoting, we come to your party, shut it down, and hop on up out of town. And so, but this record has some of the same, some of the same people, some of the same records, um, on there. But I think this one is open already. Now I don't want to open the other one because it's still plastic wrapped. I think I'm still gonna open it eventually. Um, this one is a little used or something, but I want to listen to this because so it had some other songs in there, but 17 records, the La Cancun Surprise, some of the stuff that was on the previous album. All right, one of the records I want to listen to on here is Moved On. It had that Prince sample. Now I know I'm not finna play with not about to play with YouTube. I ain't touching anything Prince for anybody to try to copyright that. But and it segued. They had a record on there called Thankful. Also, they kind of segued into a record we did later as a group titled Thankful on a freestyle tape that we did. But most of the new, like at this point, where Prairie View is very college based. We gotta get these college kids moving. There it is. Yeah. um, and at the time, Chose is taking a big step up in his producing and all of that, and so he's venturing out, getting some features in, stuff like that. So I say all that to say, at this point, easy crazy. At this point, we're about to drop a trifecta. A trifecta. Nobody. You can't tell me nobody that dropped 3 records at the same time. Not one, not two, but 3 bangers at the exact same time. And let me tell you how it came about. I think this is where it made their first album debut at. It probably popped up on a mixtape somewhere. But let's talk about this album, right? So, and I'm saying 3 bangers. I think we dropped a 8-pack. I think we dropped an 8-pack, y'all. Check this out. So, records that still being played to this day. So I remember getting a phone call. I'm in the parking lot, and I can take myself to that very parking spot that I was at. Chose called me about 11:30. I think he called me at 11:30. I missed the call. I called him back about 12:30. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a choice of 2 records. You choose one. First record, pop that. You can't get on both. Second record, twerk. Which one you want?" So in my head, simple minded. Simple minded. In my head, I'm like, twerk. Easy one. Easy. Right? Boom. Done. So I'm already starting to write in my head. I got to get to my paper, but I can't do it now. I got you though. Trash. So follow me. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, share this to your page because y'all cannot believe what's about to happen. So, boom, I told myself twerk. Whomever else chose get on that record, got on the record. Whoever chose Pop That, got on that. So, another record we're going to do, everybody getting on. Everybody. It's 8 of us. 8 active people that's finna be that's rapping. What you mean 8? This is how it's gonna do it. Pop That's done, Twerk's done. Now we're doing this other record titled We Want Some. Easy. Easy. This is in turn the entryway into some mainstream artists. Your favorite artists. How your favorite artists not only got their next hit, but even as more so as a recent as of 2 years ago, a verse from one of y'all female favorite artists got a new verse. Stole. Thieves. We'll get there in a second. So, boom. We want something come. My thing is we writing 4s now, not even an 8. You know, if you're thinking about the method of an 8 bar, it's uh, 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 that's 8. So half of that is a 4. That's some quick bars. If I already told y'all how I think and how I write, all I hear is be nasty. So I'll tell myself, okay, and you beat you up, and you got that IBD trying to catch that. It does your body. I got that great. I, 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 and then I split. That's it. To this day, a couple weeks ago, I just heard that record. Legendary bars, y'all. Legendary bars. Still written, though that's a very short verse. Wrote that. Wrote that. Those 3 records made this album. Was almost at the time, obviously, best project shows put together. Perfect Accident, some people's favorite album from him, still to this day. Mm, at the time, at the time, we're dropping college records and college mixtapes, showing love to all other artists across definitely across the southern region, but across the world, man. You dropped a hot record, man. We're gonna be on it. We're gonna break the record. We're gonna dance. I said dance, but we gonna we're gonna do all that. We're gonna break your record. Easy, easy, easy. Um, a record before the Meet Norman Payne record. It was a record before Perfect Accident, and some of them same records I was talking about, like it was thrown on here. Chubb's single "Wobble When I Walk" made his debut. "Do It by Myself" made its album debut because at that point it had a lot of club traction, and I mean it was just a good record. Hard Body, obviously. Mama, I'm coming home. Man, YouTube people, please don't copyright me. I've been very y'all don't understand, man. All these people like they don't care who you are on YouTube. They do not care. They will copyright you and not care. For real. So, next thing you know, Twerk doing okay. We want some tearing it down, but Pop that is its own animal. It's an actual single, like national single. Not haven't got radio play yet or anything like that. None of that. But it's a good record. On that record, easy, Q chose, simple record, beat hard, sample hard. Nobody's touching this type. Nobody's doing this. You might not know what I'm talking about. Let me take you there. Everything's time stamped, and that's my biggest piece of anything is that stuff is time stamped, and so the audacity of some people, man, you got with the hair, man. That's a cool cat, man. Cool cat CT. All right. I mean, even you look at this. This man is showing you him make the beat. What is this? Ustream? This man was streaming 14 years ago. Stop playing with us, man. I'm not playing no audio, and I'm only doing a little bit of that, but I'm not playing no commercials. Y'all not finna get me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get copyright stroke on part of something we did. Okay, stop playing now. Stop playing. But that's a very raw sample, so I'm not finna play with. But you heard it, you see it, right? 2009. You stream live, May 23rd. You do the rest of the math. You see what the fans said. You know what it is. It's like we'll talk about that soon, shortly, real shortly. Give me a second. So now I remember at the time, so record pumping and everything like that, we pushing it where we're pushing it. Um, at this point, I'm in another city, but the record makes the radio. Like, and this is after months and months of grinding. And it just wasn't just easy. But you see all these records that we dropped, the work we did, parties and events every week. Um, Constant outside. Like, we was outside before it was cool to be outside. Who's inspiring your favorite rappers, your favorite singers? Definitely locally, regionally as well. Okay, and kind of on that sizzle of national, but it's like, okay, record made the radio, then what? Man, them days was fun. Boy, boy, boy. Chat. Put your favorite Brook Gang memory in the chat. Put your favorite Brook Gang memory in the chat. So, concerts being done. It's like I didn't even tell you. Like, we didn't even talk about. We did a concert with Soldier Boy in 2009. I didn't even go there with Whoop Dee Doop, and we got coordinated steps. And come on, man, stop playing like we didn't do this before. Been doing this. You get what I'm saying? We on stage, whole routine down. And it's crazy. Just life really comes full circle because last year, um, chose had to perform at a concert with one of y'all other favorite rappers nowadays, and it was at that same venue that we did the Soldier Boy concert at. And I was in a VIP section, which is like above the stage, which I never knew it was there. And looking down on the stage and whatnot, sold out event, and it was just crazy that I was like, man, like I didn't think about the years at the time, but I was like, man, so many years ago, like we was on the stage performing, like I was on the stage performing. Now I do X, Y, Z, but so many years ago I was right there, and it's just crazy. Like life, once again, it works. It's funny, and it just look like it's about a hustle, man. It's about a hustle with everything you do, everything you do. At this time, we're not thinking. Once again, we're not thinking about 15 years down the line. We're not thinking about next week. We're thinking about let's make a record. Let's go push this record tonight. Let's go have some fun tonight. That's it. That's it. That is it. Man, it's crazy. You know what, chat? Like I got to like I'm getting this content and stuff going. I got a dope program that's gonna break these contents up, split them into shorts, vertical shorts, and everything for the iPhone and all. Um, do some auto uploads of those shorts. It's gonna go to the social medias as well, the Instagram. That's the quick promo for the streams. Also, that's the actual host of the podcast, and it's gonna be straight on Spotify, and that'll be so dope. So that's coming real soon. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe if you watching this. At this point, so at the same time, y'all, in my mind, I tell myself, like I've been telling myself, like I want to write my own record. I want to write my own record. I want to write my own record. Like it got to be a hit. Got to be a hit. And let me see. Chat, y'all know I come at y'all live. I come at y'all live with this stuff. I do my research live. Like why do stuff. Man, that's what that piff is. That piff is it's crazy. This place got a lot of different music you can download stuff from. Let me see. What was I looking for originally? Oh, like this has a lot of pretty good music, y'all. All right, let me see. Mm. Trying to see when this drop, when this. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, so I can't think about it off the top of my head, but can't think about it off the top of my head. But what I'm gonna say is so I'm like, okay, so the group like, okay, let's do a album of like an actual mixtape of the hottest beats that's in the streets right now. And then it changed into, okay, we can grab some of that, but let's grab some classics as well. And it became what you might know as Brook Gang The Arrival. Mm, not them. So man, it's crazy. So it did. So at the time, and it was a late edition. It was a record called Monster. That was the only verse, the only song that I ever actually freestyle. And though to this day I don't believe it was my hardest verse, it was a like punchline after punchline. And I'm talking to a buddy of mine yesterday, and the when I had to tell him, I think he said it's not your hardest verse ever. Cool, never said it was, but I had to tell him like you ain't never heard punchlines like these, man. So mind you, check this out. I remember the verse piece by piece. YouTube, don't copyright. It's my record. Freestyle. Boom. And I'm gonna do it in spoken word to lessen the chance of a copyright infringement. But it was like Caesar T. What's the definition of a monster? I don't really know. Just throw your hands up at the concert. SCT of Brook Gang, if you're trying to get a feature. To rip a chosen beat, just follow and I will teach you. I'm a 5'6" monster with the mind of an animal. Come to think about it, my lyrics just like a cannibal. Now this was a shot, y'all. You say you're just an artist. You don't like the DJs. It's like you run in Texas and don't like the relays. I demand attention. Champion contention. I rap and take pics. Just a little bit to mention. We want some, like a sticker, main chick, twerk. Chose serve beats. Best believe they get murked. I don't need to max the 2011 Jason. Check this bar out. Check this bar out, y'all. This when everybody's talking about everybody's Illuminati and Masons up. I'll take a Kruger, turn that monster to a Mason. CT keep profit. Don't stop, pop that. Brook Gang thriller. Killer with no conscience. Bars. Bars. Stop playing with me, man. Man, check this out. No matter the part about it, we were just together the other day. No matter how long apart we stay away from each other, hit makers gonna make hits. Chose call us today, and then speaking for myself, if it makes sense, I'm gonna do a record, and it's gonna be a classic. I can't tell you the last time I wrote, but I can tell you I can still write a classic. Fast forward. So at the same time, and mind you, other records are being done at this time. Oh, I found another Sky's the Limit. I need to listen to that. And trying to think which one was. Okay, I say this. So at the time, I'm telling myself, like, okay, I gotta make a record. Like it's cool for me to be on records, but if I'm an artist and taking this serious, because anything I do, I need to take serious. I need to make a record, and I just hear drums. and I'm thinking fast. Y'all know I'm everywhere. My mind is a million places at once. And so all I know is something not off beat though, but that's how fast I'm thinking. And in my head I'm like working on that pole, working on that pole, working on that pole. Work. It's all I got. And so that's what eventually became Easy. Got that voice, that annoying voice that you gonna always remember, that just works. Oh man. And he did it, he got it. I mean that but that's was a song, like I said, I wrote that hook, did the verse. That's my favorite verse. I still like myself. Some other verses that was cool, but that verse, I mean, is undefeated. Um, Caesar's Palace, man. Welcome to Caesar's Palace Deposit. We keep the balance. Like I had fun with that one. Um, just had fun with that one. That became we dropped another album titled La Familia. Okay, we all on his suits, mobbed up. Okay, which had 21 records. You know, and we kind of took a party vibe with it. You got the Vegas record. You got Good Girl. So I did another one at the same time. I forgot about another one. Good Girl. I just kept and thinking about writing, and it didn't become as big as it could have. But I think nowadays it'll have more relevance. But it was just like, um, and I did this one, but it was just like you said that you're a good girl, and now you want to see me. Do you know who I am? Like, so the hook was, say you a good girl and that you want to see me. You said that you a good girl the way you want to see me, the way you act, the way you smile, that car you drive. Do you go lie? Do you go lie? Do you go lie? And so, oh man, um, some verse changes on there could have been different, but the hook, the hook, it was a good filler record, good filler record. And that's what that became. But you had that, you had Black Christmas, Birthday, some records that's like the part about it. We made some timeless records, timeless records. Chose at the time doing his thing. He got he dropped the legendary right place right time, which I still jam that. It's it's on every platform that you might listen to some stuff. Before we get to this point, so then at the time we still killing Prairie View. We doing our thing with that, killing events, killing parties, doing that stuff. Um, I don't know how I heard about um French Montana's version of Pop That, but the support from not even just our people, but from our region down south, they knew what it was. Like we had already got love from Uncle Luke to do Pop That. We had they had the blessing of We Want that, we got him to do redo it live, and we did a remix version to it. With Uncle Luke's blessing, we did all of that, and we did a celebrity, we did a charity basketball game. I don't remember the game too much, but I know I'm still curious as to why Chose played, and I don't even think he played. Man, I think he had a DNP in a celebrity game. Come on, man. I'm talking noise. Subscribe to the channel. Gotta get these views up. But stuff just don't make sense to me, sir. Easy. You know you can't outshoot me. Q, you just tall. AD, you just robbing trying to foul everybody. You need to go play for Detroit. I'm throwing shots. Throwing shots. And for me to have limited minutes when we did family fun days. I got on the court in cleanup time. Either we was winning by a lot or losing by a lot. Y'all can put me in a game like I'm a scrub. You know what, chat? When y'all see any one of the people I just named, when y'all see anybody Brook game, tell them to line it up on the basketball court with me. And put your money on me. You don't want to lose no money, obviously. So put your money where you going to win it at. People that upset me quickly all these family fun days we had, and I barely got on the court. I'm a woosah. I'm a woosah. So then, fast forward. I remember Rick Ross came to Prairie View, an event we were at. We were DJing. Obviously, we played our number one record. Our records all over the city. Everybody's in the city. French needed a hit. Saw a regionally known record from some local artists, unsigned artists, and took advantage. Now, could we have done some things differently on our side to kind of stop that and have some things in action to kind of stop that down? Yes. But no excuse, my guy. That was trash. Fast forward. Because everything's timestamped, so you know what's up. Look at the videos. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up. You don't got to look at anything. I got you. You saw when that record was being made live, right? This is forever. This ain't never going down. That was a pop that thing. The arrival, one of the graphics. What in the world? Hold on. Mind you, y'all see the 13 years, y'all see all of that, but where is the? Obviously, y'all see this. I don't even know where was it there. Confused. Oh, okay, there we go. 4.1 million views. 4.1 million. 13 years ago. Let's see the date. Let's see the date. Did they got the date on here? September 20th, 2011. And obviously, you know, the love, the love we got. So September 20th, 2011, right? Right. I have to make sure we live over here. September 20th, 2011. September 20th, 2011. The video was made. Mind you, we already went to chose playing the record. This says July 8th, 2012. We already saw. Hold on. Chose making the beat January 23rd, 2010. Video September 20th, 2011. 8 months before you did your video. But the beat was made and the song was made in 2010. January 23rd. Okay. Times. Timestamps. Timestamps. Can't deny that, baby. So at the time, we're like, okay, dropping these new records, all of these things, you know, because we still working, still working. Shake life. We back to the fun, baby. But we are a little beefed up because you know what happened. Just a little beefy. But we dropped some more hits, like some it's like some timeless records like Try, Shake, Ran Me Hot. Tambourine was another record we had fun with. And with that one we did a record with that was with B King, rest in peace. Okay, someone we stayed collaborating with. It's crazy, y'all. Like I know I said it on one on the just another podcast episode, but somebody I wanted to always do a record with, and I just felt that like our styles was so that it was so like similar and cool in a way. Is Ray P. Ray P. And I actually saw him a couple months back, and we talked briefly and whatnot. Um, Barely recognized me because of the hair and the beard and everything, but you know. And shout out to everybody we used to collaborate and work with, man. But that was somebody I like. If I looking back, if it was somebody I wanted to work with, he was one of the ones I definitely wanted to work with. And I know we did a couple records. Me and Easy went over there with him and Quinn and um, uh, their producer. Can't think of the name off the top of my head, but we just locked ourselves in the lab all day and did a couple dope records. And I know I forgot what the records was. They never were released, but there was some pretty good records, and um, I don't know why they just wasn't released, but uh, I know there was a couple bangers. There was a couple bangers out of the probably 4 or 5 records we did. Two of them was definitely goals. Um, Fiending with Charlie Boy, which was a southern banger for Chubb. Um, Diamond Off Players Club, another classic that we did with K Stylist. Um, Take Some was a good record. Like, hey, y'all talking about taking some? Like, take some. We finna beef it up. uh, Round and Round was another dope record. Twerk to the Beat. That's when I was in my rapping fast phase. I don't know, but that was a pretty it's a pretty dope album. Pretty dope album. Um, at that point, we started doing some different things. Um, Chose dropped this and dropped Third Level and some other stuff, and it's just I remember one night coming from an event, I I was in my feelings about something. One thing is crazy. One thing I was once told was never be on social media when you're upset. I pretty much still stick to this day. But one night, crazy road trip. I'm just on the way home, um, in the passenger seat, but I'm on Twitter, upset about something. Don't even remember. But I'm talking that talk, talking that talk. Why not? You know who I am? I'm talking that talk. And out of that night came Brook Game Forever. Like I'm tweeting, 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 and then one of those tweets was, "What you mean? It's Brook Game Forever," and it spread like wildfire the next day. Now this is from the same like when we posted a video, we specifically would get all together either at Cho's house or at the Prairie View Library, get on the computers and go viral, trend, shut down the internet for the day. Easy, easy, and with what we wanted to, whatever we wanted to go viral with, whatever we wanted to trend with. At that point, like I said, Twitter was the number one post. That's what we did. Um, to move forward to just other things and um, branching out. Like I said, it's Brook Game Forever, and that started a whole new brand of yeah, we doing that, but it's still Brook Game Forever. You know, um, oh, this person doing a solo record, cool. It's still Brook Game Forever because of just everything we did, and not as just artists, but just in the game as in general of at that point of time, knowing the impact that we had on people, and nothing ever changed. Once again, like I said, we got together just the other day. We got together for homecoming. We got together, but it's like just being honest, getting that feedback of, hey, when you doing a record? When you doing another record? For me, at this point of where I'm at with my life, like the next record I do, because it ain't over. Ain't nothing ever over. Things just look different. But I'm going to do another record one day. But for me, once again, it got to make sense. And it got to be something that I'm just not putting together some words like I used to. um, you know, all my family, all the Brook gang, I've already told, like, they already got open advice to get on the show. Um, and not only just open advice, like, I personally already talked to all of them the about when they come on the episode, what we doing, so on and so forth. I was talking to Red today, um, about some different things and just making the show when they come on, making it make sense. Okay, get Chubb in here, get I'm gonna go on the road. I gotta do what I gotta do. We're gonna get these episodes done, but it just makes sense. Like for this episode, I definitely wanted to like everybody. You can chime in right now if you want to, but just in this brief aspect, I wanted to be able to bring what Brook Gang is to me, and just go through some different time periods and memories. Like I didn't even touch a lot of it on the events. I didn't touch on Cascade. I didn't touch on Club Rio. I didn't touch on the out of town trips. I didn't touch on none of that. And it's because that just didn't fit into the music aspect of today. But it's like I touched the basis of what you already know, pretty much of Hard Body Tough, of Pop That. What was my thoughts about it? What's this other record about this female verse? So I'm off the game. I'm out the game. I open a restaurant. I'm doing my thing and whatnot. And oh, you say pull it up? I thought you never asked. Thought you never asked. Forgot I got this trusty button right here. So mind you, we already talked about my "We Want Some" verse. That was another timeline period. If you're a you beat, you up, and you got that, I beat. Trying to catch that. It does yo. I got that great A, I, 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 and then I split, right? Now we know Charles had his imprint with Megan Thee Stallion and her entry into the game and whatnot. And actually, I'm gonna just pull up the lyrics because yeah, and once again, I'm not playing with people, but this is personal. It's got nothing to do with Brick Gang other than the lyrics being from this record, right? All right. So let's this verse of Nicki's on Nicki's verse. You need to go listen to it. You know my verse. You can look it up. We want some. We want some. Uh, Second verse. Second person that comes on me. Go listen to Nicki's verse on Hot Girl Summer. Megan Thee Stallion featuring Nicki Minaj. Now, it's just a verse. It's just a cadence. But it's my verse and my cadence. Don't have a trademark. Don't have like it is what it is. But I'm just going to show you what your favorite artists do. And it's trash. That's trash. But nonetheless, this is time for another shout out to our sponsor, Mixed Up Mobile Bar. Currently our only sponsor, but nonetheless, we in the building. Hey, and they keeping the lights on, so no problem. We're gonna show them the love that they so willfully deserve. Book them now. Give them a shout out. Book them now. Mixed Up Mobile Bar. Delivery available. They can get the drinks and the beverages to you. Mocktails available. Cocktails available. TABC certified and fully insured. They have all the ability to handle all of your services at any event. Weddings, private parties, corporate events, birthday parties, any kind of party that you name, any kind of event that you name, they can do it. Because once again, not only do they have cocktails, but they also have mocktails as well. All right, put that on your mind, put that in your spirit. All right, so up to this point for where when I step out nowadays, I don't be outside like that. But when I step out, I once again I'm very reserved and whatnot, but I do like recognize and acknowledge the impact that not only I had, but also the ones that like my family and my friends had, um, my brothers, and it's still Brick Gang Forever. Our records are still being played all over the place, every week, every night, in some places, and it's crazy to just to be able to still have the impact X amount of years later, and so you know outside of rap, just in the industry in general, I'm working on some things now. Like I have got back to writing, um, just because it's my thing. You know what I'm saying? It's my thing, and it's just the hundreds and hundreds of songs I've done. Everything except for the couple that I've already explained to you have been um, written. And so, I've written some different type of songs, and I've got some different type of ideas. But just my thing is just getting it out. Similar to with me recording podcasts is like, it's not about the equipment, and not it's not about, though microphones and me have seemed to be against each other lately, as of late. Um, it's about just getting on and doing something. And I know I'm kind of taking a different approach with my podcast, but it's my podcast, so I can take a different approach if I want to. Oh man, chat, man. Um, I didn't talk about none of the trips. I didn't talk about, like, you gotta understand all of that stuff. Hey, it's gonna come natural. It's gonna come one day. We're gonna talk about Atlanta. We're gonna talk about um, some more key components of people that have been involved. We're gonna get some people on the show. Um, but like I said, for me, I'm very honest and transparent about the show, especially with y'all family. We all hustlers. But the thing is, when I get the guest on, and like I can get anybody from Brick Gang on at any time. That I ain't talking about them, but the meat I want to have behind the show and the foundation, the legs that it's going to stand on. Like it's not about a name. You're gonna see some people on this podcast, and if you just watching it and you just finding this podcast, you just find this episode, you're gonna get some people on here that are um, that you just don't know and whatnot, and but boom, they've had some successes in whatever field they're in, and we respecting their hustle, and we keeping it moving from there. But it's just I'm excited for the conversations I've already had. I'm excited for this podcast. I'm excited for the direction I'm going. Um, I'm excited for the vertical clips that's going to be dropping real soon, along with the social media handles and everything like that. And the thing is just about recording, getting that content behind it. Um, but chat right now though, comment your favorite in in your in the comments section below. Comment your favorite Brook Game memory. Was you there for some of them days, some of them songs that I mentioned? Do you remember some of those songs? What some songs that was the most pivotal to you? Or some videos most important to you? Some events most important to you? Comment them. Spam the comment section. Spam the comment section. Hey chat, what y'all here chat about? I know we said we ain't gonna talk boxing chat. I know we said we ain't gonna talk boxing chat, but I don't think we're gonna get to talk about this tomorrow. Um, Mike Tyson slapped this man. What we got going on, chat? Now, chat, chat, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I tried to let y'all make it. Tried to let y'all make it with no sports talk. I tried. That scared me. I tried to talk. I tried, y'all, to let y'all make it. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna preview right now. I gotta work on a graphic for it tomorrow. So obviously, Iron Mike will knock this man out in a heartbeat. Now, from what I've heard, Jake is guaranteed 40 million. Mike is guaranteed 20. They said, from what I've heard, I don't know how true it is, but from what I heard, it's if Tyson knock him out or make him fall, I believe in the first round, or maybe it's throughout, but I've heard in the first round, Tyson lose that whole purse. It's a Jake Paul event. But what I also know is punching is an instinct. It's an instinct. Him and Holyfield also had some stipulations in a what's that Holyfield? No, Roy Jones Jr. had some stipulations in a fight. Tyson wasn't punching through. Tyson was pulling back on those punches. Like he wasn't going here. He was uh, uh, uh. But sometimes some of the punches was uh. So you get that tomorrow, man. Dude might be asleep. Jake might be asleep. Now I know, dude. I mean, he's not a scrub. He's a big dude. Mike Tyson's Mike Tyson. So I'm gonna go down swinging with Mike Tyson. I'm gonna go down swinging with Mike Tyson. Out of all the losses I've taken in my life, with everything, bets and all that stuff, I ain't never had a Mike Tyson bet to do, except for the Roy Jones one the other day. I don't even think we talked about that one. Couple years ago. But Tyson doing this for the culture. He's doing this for the culture. I ain't talking about no black white culture, and I'm talking about the culture of he is who he is. And you finna see. So fast forward, y'all. Rewind, fast forward, rewind, however you want to do it. It was another record from the Arrival. The T.I. It was a T.I. instrumental. Written. Some of these parts in the song though was freestyle. But it was the one that's away, 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 away. That one. I wasn't punching in when I was recording, but it was more so like I had these parts written. Okay, I gotta think of 2 bars for this one. But let me go back to the written part. Da 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 da. And that verse was also just I think I was on there by myself. It was just a good rapping verse. And before we close out today, this is how it went. Say, I know I was late on the plane talking about the Thankful record, but I leave it 4, bro. So it's a reference back to Thankful, the record I told you that it was going to have a full circle moment. I sit back and reminisce on everything that I had. If I can get one wish, time will be the thing that I grab. Because I know that it's a ticking, ain't dependent on the clicking of a camera that I'm flipping. Brick gang never slipping. Maxed out on Facebook. Solo at my graduation. You can check my retweets. I got a few congratulations. All these people in the club got me priming up and rubbing it. Text me when your people not there so I can plug in it. Now, Miss Lady, I hit hard. I'm a Travis Barker beat it. Once I got you, Boski B, he go. Now let's think about it. Just a bass from the past. $1.50 on the dash. 20 stacks up in the stash. Appreciate y'all for tuning in today, man. If you want to hear the rest of the verse, make sure you go listen to the Arrival mixtape. It's out there somewhere. You might got it. Make sure you follow us, subscribe to Respect the Hustle podcast. Okay, check it out. Shout out to Mixed Up Mobile Bar, the sponsors, mocktails, cocktails. They got everything you need. Let them call the shots. Just follow us at Respect the Hustle. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me at Courtney Thomas Real Estate on all platforms. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow we're coming back at you live.